unsubscribed, enjoy your Nazi card, F Elon, unsubscribing, even though I you can, I can't I can't even go on, guys. Like I can't even go on. That's a good thing. I'm actually absolutely okay with it, and I find it hilarious, and I'm very good with it. That people don't want to consume my future content because they're dumb. So in the feed, you'll find this video that I did, which I just titled "I Hated Electric Cars Until I Drove This Tesla Model S Plaid." So what ended up happening? I'm going to be here's a little insert of it. So what ended up happening was because of everything that's been going on social media with people hating on Elon, attacking and vandalizing his cars, his dealerships, his superchargers, people's personal property, because he's eliminating government waste or trying to reduce as much government waste as possible to help with the current administration. People are losing their shit. And I don't generally like electric cars. Most people that have followed me for a while know that I don't like speak very highly of them. I like, squish, bang, suck, blow sequence, right? 4-stroke engines, lots of noise, induction sound, exhaust sound. I don't think that's ever going to change for me. Okay. Maybe I'm a dinosaur, and when I die off, there'll be newer generations that'll adopt the idea of electric cars and funny sounds coming through the speakers, like the Jetsons sort of cars. But I don't think I'm ever going to be the guy that's going to get that excited over an electric car or let alone a Tesla. And what I said on social media pissed off a lot of people, because I said, I don't like electric cars, but I like what Elon Musk is doing. I'm actually considering getting a Tesla to support him and his cause. And he wrote back to that tweet. He said, Tesla's rock. I inserted it into this video so you guys can sort of see it at the intro. See if I can, there it is. So that's the message I got from Ashley at Tesla HQ in Nevada. And that there is the tweet that my editor put up in the screen as well. You can go watch the video to see it. The title is "I Hated Electric Cars and I Drove This Tesla Model S Plaid." So he wrote back and he said, Tesla's rock. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Elon Musk responded to my tweet. And then within the same day, I got a direct message from Tesla HQ, I think in Nevada, but from a girl named Ashley. And she was like, hey, saw your tweet. Can we send you a car for a week to try it to see how you like it? And I was like, damn, I was like, as an entrepreneur, I was impressed. For that level of organization to exist through a social media tweet to get a potential customer interested in a product that they want to buy. From a business perspective, it's top shelf. Like this is a world, in my opinion, this is a world-class business the way that it's run. For a tweet to turn into a DM from an official at the company, and then for them to send me a car within a few days after that I could drive for a week to try out, very impressive. I don't know of any other automotive manufacturer that would do that. I don't think if I tried that with McLaren, Porsche, BMW, anybody else that you would see them go to that length to put a potential large purchase, $135,000 car, in the hands of somebody that might give them money in exchange for that vehicle. Very, very smart business practice. You don't normally see that. So, when she reached out and said, hey, can we send you a car? At first I said, I was like, okay, sure. But they didn't have the new Model Y, which I was more interested in because it's more of an SUV size. So they sent me a Model S Plaid, which was a cool car. I'm not going to break it down. You guys can go watch the review. It's worth breaking down. A lot of people like that review, by the way. If you guys want to see more car reviews, I mean, I'm happy to do them. I'm kind of working on a project upcoming that might get me into more of those in the future. But I saw some comments from people that were like, this is better than Doug DeMuro. This is better than Marquez Brownlee. You really sort of like broke it down for me. And all I really did was I drove the car for a week and I kept copious notes. I'm like, this shit is good. And then this sucks. And the sucks list was a little bit longer than the good list. But overall, the conclusion was it's just not for me yet. But it was an interesting experiment. And it was interesting how they made that much effort to put a product in front of a potential customer, so much so that I didn't have to do anything. They literally brought it to my house, right? Like they did everything. So very interesting business model, from that perspective. Like it makes me like the brand more, if I can be honest with you. I like already what he's doing, but the way that they handle customers and customer service, it just makes me like the brand more. McLaren would never do that. McLaren's cars are like fucking $300,000-$400,000 minimum, for like anything that's nice. They would never drop off a vehicle to try out for a week. They wouldn't even pick up a fucking car for service. I think there was one time that they sent a covered trailer to pick up my car for service, but they were just doing it as like a promotion, for the spring, like spring tune up. Let us, get your car ready for the spring season and make sure everything's working, sort of thing. And they sent a covered trailer. But the vast majority of the time, I had to drive down there almost on a monthly or bi-monthly basis or something like that for some bullshit to fix it. So from a customer perspective, from a customer experience perspective, and a brand perspective of that brand, I was like, damn, good job. So there's that. And then in that video, so here's what I'm driving at. So in that video, I was really surprised because normally after I publish a video, like I'll go to my studio tab and I'll just see how it's doing. What's the click-through rate? What kind of views is it getting? Take a look at a few of the comments. And I noticed this is the first video I've ever published where I was losing some subscribers. So it's like I lost, I think I looked at it and it's like, I lost 61 subscribers. I was like, that's interesting. I wonder why people are doing that. Maybe it's because it's a little bit different from what I'm normally talking about. No, I was wrong. Here it is. I'll show you up on the screen over here what was going on in case you missed it. Present, share screen, window, Word doc. Here it is. So I just clipped out a bunch of the comments that really popped off the screen. This guy, Danny, said, unsubscribed. This guy over here, Carlos, said, well, it was nice knowing you. This guy said, you like Elon. Yikes. I guess you haven't noticed that he's a douchebag. This guy, David, said, Jesus Christ, are you sipping for Elon and electric cars? What happened to you, man? I thought you were based. I liked your content and cool cars. These EVs are trash. I'm just disappointed. This guy, ADIHD, said, I agree of most of what you said till now, but Musk is trash. And he didn't spell trash correctly. I don't know if you can see that on the screen. Anyway, he fucking spelled trash completely wrong. You might not really know Mudge, doesn't even know how to spell much, about politics. Dude's criticizing me for reviewing a car and he can't even spell much or trash. Anyway, actually, I'm quite sure you don't know nothing about politics. No clear grammar either. Since you agree, spells agree, A-G-R-R-E, so much about the trash Musk has become lately. Shame. Cool. This will make me walk away from your channel. This is DT Man. I can't support a dude that supports a white supremacist, racist, seemingly Yahtzee, but I should have known. Peace out. This guy over here, LOL, I'm done with the channel. I've been following you for a while, love your content, but unfortunately timing of this video is tone deaf with current political climate. Unsubbed. Personally, I don't support Nazis, but you do you. Musk is a fraud. He's a scammer trying to ruin the U.S. and using his money to do it by buying every politician he can and is a drug addict. Okay, your principles are really, Elon said jump. He's been telling Teslas for how long now, but like flip conveniently, just as he bombed his brand with liberals. Suddenly you jump on the train. I don't blame you. You never said you're a principles guy, but it only reflects how low you think of your followers, and maybe you're right, and maybe very easy to fall off, blah, 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 parent into script, another douchebag. Antonio says, so Rich, you're an Elon Musk fanboy. How about those Nazi salutes, hey? If you guys didn't see the video where he's like, the Roman salute, like my heart goes out to you sort of thing, that's what he's talking about. How about those Nazi salutes, hey? Oh, in Canada, becoming the 51st state of the U.S., are you good with it? Unsubscribed, you suck, no thanks, your boy getting a lot of people fired. You have a bullseye on your back driving that piece of shit car. Unsubscribed, enjoy your Nazi car. F Elon, unsubscribing, even though I can't even go on, guys. Like I can't even go on. You get the idea. But I was like, wow, damn, that's interesting when I'm looking at the analytics. I've never seen a video lose subscribers, but that's a good thing. I'm actually absolutely okay with it, and I find it hilarious, and I'm very good with it that people don't want to consume my future content because they're dumb. Because at the end of the day, I don't want dumb people around me. And I really don't want dumb followers. So I'm glad that actually sussed out some of these bozos, and got rid of them. All right, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that clip. If you want to check out the full-length podcast episode, you can find that right over here. Also, make sure you visit my website over here where you'll find my supplements, the opportunity to book me privately one-on-one for coaching, and most importantly, my new School of Unplugging, which you'll find on the courses tab. Newer to the channel, hit subscribe.